Hi everyone and welcome back to Firefly. Today is season 1 episode 6. I'm Big Frost. I hope you're having a great day. You had a great day. I'm very excited to see more. I'm almost halfway through the series already. I think there's like 14 episodes or 15. I could be wrong, but 14 episodes, yeah, with the movie as well. So I'm pretty close to like half of the series, which is insane, and they're a little bit sad. This has been really fun so far. I had a lot of fun. I love the characters, I love the story, I love the world, really. I think it's something that I've personally not seen in shows before, which I think is really cool. So yeah, I think it's really nice. Last time there was Simon and River got kidnapped, and then they got like a better bond, and Shepard got shot in the shoulder or something here maybe, and then he had to get saved by the Alliance, but they like hit like a really high like cart that, anyways, he was really cool that we didn't know, but we still don't know why exactly. So I'm really excited to see him. We should see more about River's powers, about like the world, where it's going, and yeah, I'm super excited. I hope you had a great time. You have a great time. I'm gonna have a great time. I always have a great time watching the show. If you do not forget to leave a like, comment what you thought below, subscribe to see more, and if you want the full and uncut reaction to my videos, you can check out the Patreon link below. So yeah, let's get into it. Wow, the music is like already. Oh, not as peaceful anymore. Literally took 5 seconds.
Pardon me for intruding, but I believe y'all carrying something of mine.
Hey, Yorn.
Did you think we wouldn't find out you changed your route? You gonna give us what due us.
Are they pretending to be like old?
And I think maybe you gonna give me a little one-on-one time with the missus.
Well, I think you might want to
How can you shame me in front of new people?
If I could make you prettier, I would.
You are not the man I met a year ago. Now think real hard. You've been bird dogging this township a while now.
Why?
Wouldn't mind a corpse of you. Now you could luxuriate in a nice jail cell, but if your hand touches metal, I swear by my pretty floral bonnet, I will end you.
By my pretty bonnet. Oh la la.
Needed her in the back. Besides, them soft cotton dresses feel kind of nice as a whole airflow.
And
Sure.
that because...
You can't open the book of my life and jump in the middle. Woman, I'm a mystery.
Oh, best keep it that way. I withdraw the question.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, why? First of all, why did he have to dress up like a woman?
Makes the rain come when you turn it. The rain is very scarce. Comes only when needed most.
You're the guy.
Yep, he's drunk. Okay. Too intense to be. It's just like balls to make a rain swing sound, sort of. Oh, Lara Crown is so cute. What is that? Oh, I thought that was dirt because it was so like dark. I thought it was just dirt, and I was like, how the fuck are you doing that? This feels kind of like a fever dream. It's like went to an ambush to being drunk and singing. What is happening right now? Where's River and Simon? We haven't seen them yet.
Elder Gallman, thank you for the hospitality.
Oh, and then it's over.
I'm sorry we have so little to pay it with.
First time you meet someone in another planet that does not try to shoot you first. I mean, no wait, they did. Just rest! Tabarnak.
Who the hell are you?
What do you mean?
Well, I think I was pretty clear. What are you doing on my boat?
It's a ship, not a boat.
You know I'm to cleave to you.
What?
To Wabahu?
Did Elder Gama not tell you?
Tell me what? Who are you?
Mr. Reynolds, sir. I'm your wife.
Come again? What the fuck? Oh, was that ceremony whole ceremony? Why does that always happen in shows? I feel like. I mean, it's a great comedic thing, but
Could you repeat that, please?
I am your wife. That was your agreement with Elder Gaman, since he hadn't cashed your livestock.
I'm sorry. Go back to the part where you're my wife.
I don't please you.
You can't please me. You never met me. So why do I have a wife?
You got a wife? All I got is that dumbass stick sounds like it's raining. How come you got a wife?
I didn't. We're not married.
I'm sorry that I...
Captain, everyone should have a chance to congratulate you on your
No, Bliss, I don't know this girl.
Then can I know her?
Jane, don't sully this.
You are gonna be cleaning latrines with your face. You don't put that up.
Who's the new recruit?
Everybody, I want you all to meet Mrs. Reynolds. You got married?
You brute.
Dad, he makes everybody cry. He's like a monster.
I'm not a monster. Watch. Turn the ship around. Can't. It's an order. Yeah, but can't. What the hell is wrong?
Have you got an encyclopedia?
Dang man.
And there's already a bulletin on the
What?
cortex as to the murder of a prefect's nephew.
Seconds?
As one married man to another.
I'm not married. I'm sorry. You have very nice qualities, but I didn't ever marry you.
I believe you did. Last night.
How drunk was I last night?
Well, I don't know. I passed out.
It says here, the woman lays the wreath upon her intended, which I do recall, which represents his sovereignty.
That was you?
And he drinks of her wine. And then there's a dance.
she's still laughing.
The marriage ceremony of the Triumph settlers. You, sir, are newlywed.
What's that about divorce?
She doesn't either. Because she likes you.
Woman, person.
Woman person. Didn't even know her name. Oh my god.
You all right?
No.
I thought last night during the ceremony that you were pleased.
Well, yeah, last night I was.
Is
Got
that
some old wine. Don't you ever stand for that sort of thing. Someone ever tries to kill you, you try to kill him right back.
Let's go! Let's go!
Oh no. You are no one's property to be tossed aside. You got the right, same as anyone, to live and try to kill people. And, you know, people that are
That's the weirdest gender equality talk I've ever heard.
dumb planet.
What will you do with me?
Get you back home, my dude.
Wife.
Yeah, but he doesn't
Yeah,
want to
well,
win.
I'd be a terrible husband. You have 5 whole days to figure that out.
5 days we'll be together.
No, you leave.
We'll be together on the ship, but not in any...
That'll be fine. I'll do for you, or not, as you choose.
Well, shiny.
I mean,
Hungry?
she's a product of
just
her
do that.
society, so.
I'll cook you something.
Well, no, I meant for you.
I'm a fine cook, everyone says.
It's great. What? Hold it. Hold. I ain't never even...
My name is Saffron.
I mean, she's not going to say we on the episode. That's for sure.
Divorce is very rare and requires dispensation from her pastor.
Yeah, it's because that's what I mean. She was happy about it, and she was like, I don't know why, looked like she was sneaking in. If it was meant to be official and stuff, But it was just like, for her, that was what she was doing. So it's just like, oh my god, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to. I'm gonna have consequences, blah, blah, blah. So yeah. Oops.
Advantage of her. You're going to burn in a very special level of hell. A level they reserve for child molesters and people who talk at the theater.
How is that in the same level?
Not. Preacher, you got a smutty mind.
Perhaps I spoke out of
Or
turn.
maybe half some thinking.
I apologize. I'll make her up a room in the passenger dorm.
Good.
The special hell.
But seriously, Gosh, even though, I mean, if you know Mal for more than like a day, I feel like it's kind of clear that he would not do that, but I like that he...
But everything's laid out if you'd like to cook for your husband.
Yeah. Isn't she quaint? I'm just not hungry.
So, are you enjoying your own new buy a little slave girl?
She wanted to make me dinner. At least she's not crying.
I might. Did she really make a fresh bow?
Quaint. Remember that sex you were planning to have ever again?
You know, you're all making a big deal. I would appreciate it if one person on this boat would not...
That's for me to do.
Okay, that's intense, dude.
You know, we weren't lying about your cooking. If I hadn't already eaten.
You don't want to finish?
No, I just... I have got
This is awkward.
many things to do, but truthfully, that's a fine meal. Thank you.
Do you need anything else?
No, you just have something to eat yourself, and I'm gonna go.
Away.
If you're done, me to wash your feet.
Ah! Why? Ew! Why? Bleh. I think this is just personal, but I feel like... No! Especially a stranger! Yes, good reaction. Just like, fuck off.
Beaumont. City of New Dunsmuir. Arrival October 24th.
What are you doing?
Departure.
Can I come in?
No.
See, that's why I usually don't ask.
What do you want?
Oh, I just needed to. Can't exactly be sure.
Well, I need you to be exactly sure, Mel. I can't make commitments and then not keep them. That's your specialty.
I'm sorry, are you touchy because I got myself a bride or because I don't plan to keep her?
I find the whole thing degrading.
That's just what Saffron said about your line of work.
Maybe you should think twice about letting go of Saffron. You two sound like quite a match.
Maybe you're right. Maybe we're soulmates.
Yes. Great. I wish you hundreds of fat children.
Oh, could you imagine that? Me with the whole passel of critters underfoot? Hell, 10 years' time, I could...
Can you leave me alone for 5 minutes, please?
I know that you're kind of jealous, or like wish it was you were with Mal, or like wish he was not with anyone else, or something along those lines. But I think you know he didn't plan for this. So can you just leave him alone? I mean, I think she's a bit intense. Maybe I misunderstood something. Which is like... What the fuck are you doing?
Always do seem to find one, though.
Oh, fuck, I didn't hear what he said.
Do I have your attention?
Kinda going to...
Great. I wish you hundreds of fat children.
Oh, could you imagine that? Me with the whole passel of critters underfoot? Hell, 10 years' time, I could...
Can you leave me alone for 5 minutes, please?
I think that ought to change.
Do you think it's likely to?
You got something you don't deserve.
And it's brought me a galaxy of fun, I'm here to tell you.
6 men came to kill me one time.
Is he seriously jealous of... Oh my god, people! Can you get off of your own problems? Not just him.
The best of them carried this. It's a Callahan full-bore autolock.
Okay. Never mind.
Oh, Sean. You offered me a trade?
A trade? Hell, it's theft. This is the best damn gun made by man. It has extreme sentimental value.
Keep on. I'm like surprised, but at the same time, I'm really not.
It's miles more worthy than what you got.
What I got? She has a name.
You're a good man.
You clearly haven't been talking to anyone else on this boat.
I don't wish to be wed to the large one. I'd rather, if I'm not to be yours, I'd rather have the work you spoke of. I could be useful on a ranch.
It's good work. My mama had a ranch back on Shadow, where I'm from. Ran cattle, mostly.
Backstory time.
Wasn't nobody ran them harder or smarter. They just know me well enough to...
Not ask.
Oh, what about you? What's your history?
Not much to say. Life like yours, I fear you'd find mine terrible, doll.
Oh, I long for a little dullness. Truth to say, this whole trip's getting to be just a little too interesting.
Fair. That's so cool.
It's a wreck.
So they're just like stealing. Okay, their ship looks like fuck.
Clearly,
Shit.
she's out of her mind.
Well, she's led a sheltered life.
Did you see the way she grabbed that glass from you?
Every planet has its own weird customs. About a year before we met, I spent 6 weeks on a moon where the principal form of recreation was juggling geese. My hand to God. Baby geese, goslings, they were juggled.
And you didn't turn around and put her ass back down on Triumph where it belongs.
Oh, hey, now it's even my fault? Is there anything else on your mind that I should know about? There's all sorts of twists and cul-de-sacs. It's wild.
She's trouble.
I'm getting that.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah, it's because she's mad because like I didn't get her name. Sorry, it's Seraphine or something. Lived in a planet that seemed with very strict gender norms. It's like the girls do help the husband do this shit. You know, that old bullshit thing. Oops, sorry. And so when she assumed the same thing for Zoe and Wash, and he didn't like defend her, he was like, no, she's not like my servant or anything, because that's what this is kind of. When in that thinking, the woman is a servant. Like, she's not I know that's not what Miles was trying to do, but in her head, that's what Seraphine was thinking. Like, and so, like, she's a servant, her job, that's her, like, she always said, that's my job. But no, it's not, being married isn't a job. I mean, you get my point? So when Zoe was like, when Wash didn't defend her, and instead he laughed of the situation, it like kind of upset her, which I think would upset some people. I guess it depends on your personality. I'm not here just to have have a job. Of course you're naked!
There you are.
I've made the bed warm for you.
It looks, warm.
And I've made myself ready for you.
Oh my god.
Let's ride right past the part where you explain exactly what that means. Didn't you see you got a room of your own?
And I'm to sleep there?
Yes.
That's the notion. Assuming you're, of what's morally right.
Yes.
I do know my Bible, sir. On the night of their betrothal, the wife shall open to the man as the furrow to the plow, and he shall work in her in and again till she bring him to his fall, and rest him then upon the sweat of her breast.
Whoa. Good Bible.
I'm not skilled, sir.
You're pleasing. You're,
Yeah, he's like, you're pleasing to look at, but no
all
thanks.
kinds of pleasing. We ain't married. Just because you got handed to me by some who Don couldn't pay off his debts, don't make you beholden to me. I keep trying to explain.
Let me explain. I lived my life in the maiden house, waiting to be married off for trade. I seen my sister paired off with ugly men, vicious.
always the woman who gets traded off, and then she is acting all kind of weird, and she's like, you know, like she is. She's like, she just wants to please, and she does like wants to have sex with him because it's what's doing, and then that makes her look silly, right? It makes her look dumb. It makes her look blah blah blah. But here the fact is like, no, let me explain what I've been raised on, because this is in. It is not exactly the right thing. It's not to just tell someone, yeah, all you're worth, all that you're worth is to be traded by someone to be someone's wife, and then when you're that, you're not even like, you're just to serve the husband. There's nothing really good in that. If in your own marriage that you chose that person, you're happy in that situation, I don't give a fuck, bro. But to force someone to do that, because that's a servant. That's a servant. That ain't a wife.
Had I the dare to choose, I'd choose you from all the men on all the planets the night sky could show me. If I'm wed, I am a woman, and I'll take your leave to be bold.
Are they gonna actually have sex?
I want this. I swell to think of you in me.
Okay.
And I see that you do too.
Sorry, that got me a bit uncomfortable.
That's just...
Leave me at the nearest port. Never look upon me again.
I mean, I think it's the fact that it seems like they're doing it, and that she's like, I understand that, like, you're not gonna stay at, like, that you don't want this, like, you don't want me to be married, but can you please, like, let me have my wedding night? With that, I've been raised upon. I think to compare to some shows where it's just like, they gave her personality a bit more, which even then is bordering upon, but like, they gave her a lot more personality, and I like that. Even though, I mean, he just said, I'm going to a special kind of hell, but they're both consenting adults, so at this point, oops, sorry about that.
I really wish it was that simple, girl,
But exactly, it's not really that simple, because they're coerced, that she's coerced into it.
Night, sweetie.
Oh! Well, never mind. Forget everything I just said. That was...
Well...
What? Okay, for... me, it was like, okay, it's... like, I still don't want them to have sex, because I feel like that would be wrong, but at least it's not just... you know... Never mind. Fuck off.
The master ship.
Now we're alone, just us and the stars. No ship, no bellowing engines, no crew to bicker at each other. Look.
She's doing it on purpose. She's doing that to show off her breast and, like, lowers herself to appear submissive.
Do you know the myth of Earth that was?
Not so much.
That when she was born, she had no sky. And was open, inviting. And the stars would rush into her through the skin of her.
I don't know.
Making the
I was about
boil with sensation.
I thought she was gonna say, like, oh, you know, Earth before, like, people left it. But I don't know anymore. But she's throwing sex innuendos.
The sky.
And, like, she's pressing her breast against his.
Good man.
This night what it should be. Please.
Please don't cheat on your wife. Please don't cheat on your wife. My opinion...
I wish I was somebody else right now. Somebody not married, not madly in love with a beautiful woman who can kill me with her pinky.
I've been too forward.
No. Well, yes, but I actually like that in a woman.
I'm glad he didn't, but at the same time, his reaction, like, "Ah, I wish I was another man," is kind of.
She didn't.
Actually, where is it?
Well, there's that as well. What is your goal? Okay, well, I'm glad it was. I feel like I've stopped like every time. I'm so sorry, but that's better than me missing some things. It's literally just straight out of keyboard. Oh my god. Okay, whatever. But I feel like it's cool because sometimes these episodes it's just like, you know, the woman like trying to get married to the guy, but this time she's actually doing it undercover, and I think that's really cool. I totally bought her act. Like, she got me, man. She got me. What are you doing? Is it related to the guys that are trying to steal Serenity?
Are you lost?
I'm sorry, I thought the other shuttle was yours.
It is. I was on the Cortex and my screen shorted. This one's out too.
Looking for customers?
What were you looking for?
I don't mean to be rude. A companion's life is so glamorous and strange. I wish I had the skill for such a trade. With someone gentle. Someone who could feel what I feel.
But Mel said you don't approve of my work.
Sure, and he said that to keep you from me. I was too curious about you. Ever since I saw you.
Are they gonna kiss? I know she's doing it like to
Come to my shuttle. I guess we've lied enough.
You're good.
You're amazing. Who are you?
Malcolm Reynolds' widow.
Okay, no, she wouldn't. I was surprised, needless to say. To have a little bit of a bye, maybe. That could have been cool, but
What's you? Get the doctor. Mel's hurt.
oh no, yeah, she. Oh fuck, yeah, she kissed him.
You stupid son of a...
You know, we used to get a lot of guys brought in on the night shift at the ER. Usually robbed, very groggy. They called it the goodnight kiss.
So you two were kissing?
Well, isn't that special?
Gosh, how did... Hey, I just got kicked in the head.
My man would never fall for that Chan Hua.
Most of my head wishes I had.
You guys don't understand.
Seems pretty simple from here. You were taking advantage of
I was the one being taken advantage of.
My apologies. You were victimized.
Oh, I'm fine. I don't need to be examined. I'm comfy.
She doesn't want it to know. But I think she.
She fused it to something, both entrances.
Well, why the big act? What was she after?
Besides molesting innocent captains?
You want to stow it? Preacher, we're in some peril here.
If she can fly this thing, why just take the shuttle?
Maybe she likes shuttles.
Seriously?
Some people juggle geese.
Yeah.
I'm low-key impressed.
So humble. I'm glad you two are having a good time under there. Can we progress to the making it right?
That's not gonna happen for a long while, Captain.
Well, we don't have a good long while. We could be headed straight into a nice big solid moon for all we know. So, how's about we get to work?
Hey. It was your big makeout session that got us into this, sir.
I was poisoned.
You were drugged.
That's why I never kiss him on the mouth.
We didn't need to know that information.
She's had training. As in companion. As in academy.
Our little Saffron is quite a wonder. I'm beginning to think she married beneath herself.
How do you know about the training?
She tried to seduce me too.
Really? Did she?
Succeed.
Did you?
You don't play a player. It was sloppy of her to try it, but I think she was in a rush.
Right, but she had professional. So in case, I mean, it was really. You would have kissed her too.
Wash didn't.
But she was naked and all articulate.
Okay. Everybody not talking about sex in here. Everybody else, elsewhere.
Fair.
They're coming.
How far out?
10 minutes or so.
So she's working with them. Okay, yeah.
A1.
Oh, that girl's a wonder.
She gets it done. Tell the boys. She did. Same coordinates, no ID.
Who's out there?
Let me see if our signal wave can translate to a visual. There might be electromagnetic interference. Look, it's bouncing the signal all over the place. Look at it.
I don't get it. Where are we headed?
End of the line.
What? That's not good.
We fall into that, we're more than just helpless. It'll turn this ship into one big electrical conduit, burn us all from the inside out.
Oh.
Some of the newer ones will just hold you. And then the scrappers will override the airlocks, pull the O2, or just gas you. They're not looking to deal with survivors.
One day you're gonna tell us all how a preacher knows so damn much about crime.
Also.
Caitlin.
I'm trying, sir.
Keep on. We can't fall into that net. Now we're gonna need a plan B. Should sort it out.
What do you mean, should?
Just that, I think. That looks so bad. But oh well. Oh wow, it's literally coming, like.
You see it? Clear as day. See, Vera? You dress yourself up and get taken out somewhere fun.
And shoot, 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 shoot! I think you should shoot. Oh, the delayed sound and everything? Oh. Nice. They were just ejected out.
We got it. It's not pretty, but we can steer enough to turn the hell around.
Nice work, Kaylee.
Soon enough to help.
Hey, a lot easier to pull things apart than it is to put them right. Still the best mechanic floating.
Captain, don't you know kissing girls makes you sleepy?
Sometimes I just can't help myself. No. Let's go visit him.
Oh. Just sudden quiet.
You gonna kill me?
Can you conjure up a terribly compelling reason for me not to?
I didn't kill you.
You handed me and my crew over to those that would kill us. That buys you nothing.
I made you dinner.
Why the act? All the seduction games, the dancing about folk, there has to be an easier way to steal.
You're assuming the payoff is the point.
I'm not assuming anything at this juncture.
How'd you find me?
Only a few places that shuttle would make it to from where you left. That's because I got people with me. People who trust each other, who do for each other, and ain't always looking for the advantage.
Promise me you're gonna kill me soon.
Oh, you already know I ain't gonna.
So why'd you find her?
You know, you did pretty well. Most men, they're on me inside of 10 minutes. Not trying to teach me to be strong in the leg.
I got one question for you. Just one thing I'd like to know straight up.
Nice. And deserved.
Not anyhow.
Come in.
Come in.
Back on course. Young Beaumont a day or two late. Hope it's all right.
Should be fine, thank you. And does the vixen live?
Yeah, you can call it that. All's well, I suppose.
Yes.
That's about we don't play. You didn't just trip, did you?
No.
Oh, isn't that something? I knew you let her kiss you.
That's what I thought. I was like, the witch is going, there's no way he thinks. Her face is like kind of disappointed. Ah, this was so fun. But this was really fun. I really didn't expect for... Fuck. What's her name? Z... no. Guest starring... Saffron? Is that her name? Saffron? I think so. Saffron? Wait, I want to be sure that I have the right name. Yes. Okay, Saffron. I didn't expect that at all. Like, not a clue. I think because I tend to exaggerate a lot, so when I was saying like, oh, I see a lot of shows, I have like two shows in mind that did this, where it's like they get accidentally married and it's like the plot of the episode. But usually the person stays, and it depends on their type of show, but sometimes, you know, the not the victim, but like the bride, the bride is like all bashful, and she's like, oh, she wants to have sex with the guy, and he's like, no, usually when they're a good person, and he's like, and she's like, oh, but like it's my duty, and in this show I was kind of surprised. Of course I didn't want them, even if she had been honest about what she has been, I feel like having sex with her would have been taking something of an advantage. I feel it just rubs me wrong, you know? It just rubs me wrong. It rubs me wrong. But at the same time, it rubs me wrong, and I was like, but I think it's gonna happen anyways. So I like that they discussed that it's her duty first, right? Because I was like, it's gonna happen anyways. I think it's a bad idea, and I think that's like fucked up a bit to do that. But the way it was going, but I think that was also like, it was to like trap us in, you know? So, and then, so it was like, at least they got her to talk, and she was like, I know you'll drop me off, and I really want this. So I was like, okay, maybe it's not as bad. It's still not great, but it's not as bad as just taking big advantage of her. She knows what she's doing a little bit. But then she turned out to be a super good manipulator. Like, she really fooled me. Like, I was fooled. I did not expect that. And she was good. Because I didn't comment on it, but like when she was with Mal, she was like, she always like tucked her head to appear smaller, to appear more meek and submissive. And I think that really added to her character. So I think that was really cool. I really like, I think if she had tried to do more than a kiss, I would have been more mad. But because she only poisoned him, at least not also murder, because it was just how do you say that? Well, it's something that like causes you to pass out. So I think that's really cool that they did that, you know? That, and then her face shifting like, ugh, was like, and I wish Mal had just been like, no, you know? But the way this was going, the music, the shifting, I was like, there's no way he ain't gonna at least kiss her. Because I was like, I was surprised that Mal would go for it, you know? But at the same time, I was like, it's always what happens. A lot of times it's what happens and then they regret it. And I expected something of the sort, like they have sex and then he regrets it, and then the next episode is based on the crew being mad at him. That was what was gonna happen in my mind, right? So the fact that she was just like totally not doing that at all, she was just like being undercover to like steal their ship and destroy it, I think was really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. So yeah, I thought it was awesome. It was a really great episode. I think it also delved into the morals of it, right? Because I was uncomfortable. But I had two things in mind. One, it's an old show. So sometimes, I mean, I'm not saying they can get away with everything, but like sometimes in shows that are slightly older, even if this is kind of 2004, topics such as like sex and like gender issues and gender normativity are not as addressed in shows, but Joss Whedon usually is pretty good at addressing those. So that I kept that in mind while I was doing my review, because it was not the same standards, and I wish it was the same standard as here, because especially for me who's a woman, I feel like I would have a different reaction to a man. A man could have the same reaction as me. I'm not saying that, but I feel like this resonates a little bit more. And I like that Mal was like, no, like, you have the right to, like, go fuck off and kill someone. I thought that was hilarious. But that's why I was kind of surprised a little bit. I was like, that the sex scene was actually going to happen. Because the way he was like, oh no, you need to own up to yourself, you need to be your own person. I was like, oh, okay, so it's not going to happen. That's great. And then it happened. But it supposedly happened. But he did, like, I don't know. At least he ripped away. Let's just say it like that. At least he ripped away, but it would have been nice for him not to do anything. I think it may be different. For me, I need an emotional bond with someone to have a relationship with them. I would never be. I think that's more personal as well, but just to have sex with a random stranger to me is like, but you don't know them. You just kiss a stranger, and to me, when it's a stranger, because that has happened to me. I've been in one relationship, but I've had people that were trying to date me when I was, and I'm not gonna go into specifics of it, but I didn't have a bond, and the guy was like, he wanted more, obviously. And that made me realize, like, I need an emotional bond, because that literally, the guy kissed me, and it's, I was gonna say no fault on the guy, but anyways, the guy kissed me, and I was like, okay, I have to go, and I was literally like, because but when I kissed someone that I loved, that I really liked, that was different. That was a good kiss. I like that, So I think that's a personal thing more than anything. Like, I need a bond with someone to kiss them and, like, touch them and be close to them. So I think that contributes also to me being weirded out by it. But yeah. But I still feel like a little bit taking advantage. And Wash, at least he stepped away, but I'm like, I'm glad he stepped away from it. If he seriously would have tried to cheat on Zoe, I would have been very disappointed. Oh no, you can't see the good place. Okay. I would have been very disappointed. It didn't seem like his character, but like I was like, at this rate, I don't fucking know. So yeah. But the way she's like, if I was another man, I think it's something I can't really relate to, I guess. Like, but you have someone that you love, and especially like their relationship were okay. So I was like, why would you even consider it? I know that's unfair because of course, people have different like sexual motivations, like sexual things. I think this is just me. But he backed off and he didn't cheat on her, so let's go. At least he did that. And I was wondering, I was like, how is she gonna do this? But then she knocked her out. Fair. Good tactic and stuff. And I really didn't see that coming. Holy shit. I think that was cool. Because you're like, kind of like, okay, well, this is happening. And then like, wait, it's not happening. I found that was awesome. Oh no. I didn't. Oh, I forgot. I usually have a timer so I can edit for Patreon, but I forgot to start it. Oh well. So yeah. I think it was a fun episode. We also got to see some of Mal's backstory. We didn't get to see River much. She was like more of a background character this episode. But I thought it was still cool, you know? I thought it was, we got to see a bit his backstory. We got to see, I loved it, when the shepherd was like, if you take, like, there's a special place for people that like child monsters and people that talk in the theater. Like, what the fuck? I thought that was funny. But yeah. And Mal is an honest person. Really, he's a good person. So it would have surprised me a little bit if he had done it. I was like, well, at least, because I remember, because every time I kept pausing, I was like, oh, like this is weird, but at least, and then it didn't happen, which is great. But Whedon, I think, is great at approaching these kinds of things. I would love to see a recent series of him. I don't know if there are. I don't know enough about him to know if he did anything recently, and to see those issues addressed with more, not modern, but like more recent views on gender and sexuality. I would love to see that. Because this was bizarre. I feel like of course I'm not like, this was a bit bizarre, and I feel like I would have loved to see if, example, he did this episode in 2073 context. Would he have done it the same way? Would he have done it in a different way? I would love to see that, because I think he addresses it most often pretty well. Like, his female characters are well, like, I mean, he made Buffy. So he's really good at that. Of course, I don't know everything he's done, but so far, from what I've seen, it's pretty great. So yeah. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, with Inara and Saffron. Let's say Saffron. I like that. I mean, it's a 2004 show, so for there to be LGBTQ plus stuff sprinkled into it would have surprised me. I was surprised that they went this way. Of course, they were both like, haha. Like, she was just doing that too. Get, like, to poison her. But I was, like, really curious, like, wait, is she actually falling for it? And is she a little bi? Doesn't look like it. But Mal believes that, which I think is funny. He's like, I knew you kissed her. And it was just mentioned, and I like that it was mentioned. Right? I like that it was mentioned in the way that it's like, especially, I mean, Mal is not really a bad person, so I don't think he would shun someone for, I think he would genuinely not give a fuck. He would be like, you like a man, you're a man, you like a man, I don't care. Can I get on with my life? I think that would be his thing. So, but I think for him, he'd be like, ha, I knew you kissed her. It was just like a way to gloat. He was like, ha, I fell for her, but you fell for her too. So I like that he said that. I think in a humorous way, I like that they were just like, yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a same-sex relationship in this, obviously. Sadly, but I mean, there doesn't need to be one for every time, but since there are so many different sex couples, it's nice sometimes to see older shows just be like, yeah, it's okay, right? But he's been good at that as well. Like, example, in Buffy, there's a guy he's a bully for like, I still don't like him, but you find out that he's gay, and he thinks that Xander's gay. He's so not gay, which is hilarious. So he's always been good at like sprinkling that in, and I think he does it well. Like, I'm okay with that. Of course, I mean, I've watched Heartstopper, I've watched like The Sandman on my channel as well. Those are, and there's The Good Place that also has some relation. So I'm for the gays, but I don't really. I like when it's there, because I feel like, oh, it's the same thing as diversity. When there's people that like example, Zoe is black and there's white people as well. So I'm like, no, that was King Salted. But like, yeah, you see my reaction. So I'm not exactly. So I'm happy that they put that in, even if it's a one-word comment. But I thought that was really cool, the way they were just like both trying to seduce each other. And they leaned in, and I think they had like a moment of realization, like, oh wait, she's faking me, and she knows she's faking, and it's like, and they just like dropped the act completely. I think that was cool, and I like to see her at the end where she was so badass. Also, there was snow. It was a snow planet. Before, we had seen this in like such a desert. Desert place, and now there was snow. Like, snow, which was great. Snow. So yeah. Oh my god, that came out of my throat. So I thought that was really cool, and I like to see her be badass and stuff, and yeah. So yeah. Also Jaden wanting to like switch them up, bro. And the fact that he looked genuinely sad about that was kind of funny. When he didn't get the switch and stuff, he was like, here's my favorite gun, and that he got to use his favorite gun in the end. I think it's funny. But man, it's kind of like, he just wanted to have sex with her, basically. I don't think he was gonna, but yeah. I like that Mal was like, no, she's a person. She's her own, like, thing and stuff. That Mal is cool. I mean, it's not just now we've discovered this, but Mal's cool. He's real cool. So yeah, I like this episode. I think it was nice. We got to see them. I think it was more of a goofy episode somehow. Yeah, I think it was a more goofy episode, and I like when Wash and Kaylee were just admiring her. It's like, yeah, oh my god, she's so good, and look at her this, and she really knows her stuff. And it was maybe like a companion that wasn't a companion anymore. I don't know how she'd end up on that planet exactly, but yeah. But it looks like also it's not the first time she did this act. So yeah. I thought that was a really nice episode. So let's look at the extras. Saffron is played by Christina Hendricks. With an extensive career on screen and stage, she has received various accolades, including 6 Primetime Emmy Award nominations, 2 Screen Actor Guild Awards, and 2 Critics' Choice Awards for Best Supporting Actress in a Drama Series. She's known for her role as Joan Harris in the critically acclaimed AMC drama series Mad Men. I've heard of that, but I don't know what that is. In 2010, a poll of female readers taken by Esquire magazine named her the sexiest woman in the world. She was also voted best looking woman in America. Damn. She had recurring roles in several television series, including Beggars and Choosers and Kevin Hill, before being cast as Joan Holloway on the AMC period drama series Mad Men in 2007, on which she remained a main cast member until the series' conclusion in 2015. That's a long time. Following the conclusion of Mad Men, Hendricks starred in the comedy series Another Period from 2015 to 2016 and the Sundance TV drama series Hop and Leonard. She had a supporting role in the thriller film The Neon Demon, followed by roles in the comedy Fist Fight. Oh, I know that. The horror film The Strangers Spread Night, and the animated comedy Toy Story 4. She returned to television with starring roles on the crime drama series Tin Star and on the NBC comedy Crime's Good Girls. That's interesting. I didn't know. Maybe I've seen her before, but I didn't know of her. Kaylee Fry, played by Jewel Stay, Canadian. She's known for her role as Kaylee Fry in the series Firefly and its spin-offs to theatrical films Serenity, and as Jennifer Keller on science fiction television series Stargate. She's in Stargate? I don't remember. Oh no, the series. I just saw the movie. I know some people... I don't know how the movie is like, but I just saw the movie. I'm sorry. Tate also starred as Catalina in Space Cases, as Becca Fisher in Flash Forward, as Raquel Westbrooks in the Canadian drama The LA Complex, and as Caroline Swift in ABC's crime drama The Killing. Since 2021, she has starred as Abigail Bianchi in the Canadian legal drama series Family Law. That's cool. That's cool. I think she's my favorite. Oh, there were a lot. Have you got an of course, responsible said, you don't deserve her, you think. Kaylee to Mal, after she involves Saffron. Mind your own business. Yeah. How the tables turn. I would appreciate if excusez-moi. I would appreciate it if someone on this boat would not assume that I'm an evil lecturer's Hunden. Hunden is bastard. I feel like I've kind of bad for the Mandarin people. They just hear the language being probably butchered. Though I'm not sure. But just usually it's butchered. And just curses. Bow. Steam buns. Oh, those look so good though. The explosive there. An elephant. Oh, that's what he said. Bastard. Mother of God and all her wacky nephews. What the fuck are those swears? Merciful Buddha. Oh, that's what she said. Okay. Fall for that Xianho. Cheap floozy. I don't know how to pronounce these. I'm so sorry. Dingy, brilliant. Watch when he finds Serenity has been sabotaged. Just seeing nobody. Dingy Mao. Hold on a second. She did. It's cool. I like that. Because I'm assuming you're watching this, my mod, you put the context, because sometimes I didn't remember what was the context. Thank you so much. This is really nice to see. Yeah, so that's what I was reading to find out. So Saffron, I don't know why it was like Seraphine. I don't fucking know. An exterior effect shot of Serenity as it's head towards the net shows that the portside shuttle is still in place despite the fact that she's already departed into the shuttle. Yeah. Jane says that his gun Vera needs oxygen around it to fire. His gun is shown with standard projectile rockets which produce all the oxygen they need. Oh. According to the commentary, the producers were not sure if Vera would need oxygen to fire and asked a gun expert who gave them the wrong information. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. This is the only episode in which River does not speak. Yeah, she had lines in the original shooting script, but they were cut before the episode made it to air. Jane's favorite gun, Vera, is actually a highly modified Saiga 12 shotgun. The prop gun was custom built by gunsmith Larry Zanoff and Jim Boland for the film Showtime before being used on Firefly. He also carries Vera in war stories, but nobody does not fire it on camera. The supposedly biblical quote Sever uses in her seduction of Mal does not appear in the Bible. She may have fabricated it. I thought it was kind of graphic, but I was like, it's the Bible. There's some really weird stuff in there. She may have been fabricated, assuming Mal will not know the difference. So yeah. Nice. This was really good. Sorry for all the cuts, Patreon people. A lot of stuff happened that made it longer than I hoped it would be. I hope you had a good time. I think it was a really funny episode, and I can't wait to see more about this show. Every time I feel like I know what's gonna happen, I don't. Which is great. Which is a great, trait of this show. So yeah, I hope you had a great time. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment what you thought below, subscribe to see more. I hope you check out my reaction on Patreon if you want to see the full and uncut reaction. And I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.